Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back to another historical battle here in the Napoleonic Wars, as we have the Battle of Schleiz here for you today, fought in 1806 between the Prussians, the Saxons, against the French Empire. And yes, here today, leading the way for the French, we do have Murat, Marshal of the Empire. He is leading, and he has Bernadotte, and he has also with him today, and we have a couple of other corps here as well. I think we have a Soult and a Lands, I think, or a Devu, I think, just to try and bolster them up. I honestly can't remember, but there's two other corps as well here to boost up sort of like the numbers, because Murat, as you may be aware, is a entirely cavalry army. So yeah, so we're going to see a lot of cav here today in this one. But yeah, this is a incredibly close, probably the closest historical battle we have done in a long time, maybe ever, I would like to say. And I'm not hyping this one up like too much. There is a lot of action. Both sides look like they are going to win it and lose it at different points. And yet, I am really excited to show this one off to you. We did it on the stream a couple of weeks ago. It was a really fun battle. And yeah, I just knew that this one had to be made into a replay form and added to that absolute mammoth playlist that we have for all the Napoleonic battles that we cover on the channel. And yeah, it's a pretty long one, pretty long list at this point. But yeah, I'm very excited to show this one off to you. We actually have, if I remember correctly, we have Rochelle, one of the Prussian corps here. He is dueling with Bernadotte. I believe Bernadotte's a 6-pointer, so he's actually down a point as the French, but they both are challenging for this house here. So this is their sort of like minor objective that these two corps have to fight for. And then over on the other side, we are going to have a 3v3 taking place. We have two Prussian corps, we have another Rochelle, we have a Braunschweig, and then we have the Saxon Jesuits. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I'm going with. So yeah, we also have the Saxon corps here. And their sort of like minor objective first is this house is the one I'm looking for. This is like a sort of initial objective that they have to try and hold. And if they can't hold that, the objective they have to hold is this building here, which is kind of representing the village of Schleiz. So yeah, that is what they've got to try and hold at the very end. And yeah, no spoilers too much, but we do end up back there at that 4-pointer. And yeah, it's definitely a very fun battle. And so get yourself some snacks, get yourself some drinks, and prepare for some Napoleonic carnage. And if you want to see more of these sort of battles, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any NTW3 stuff in the future. But yeah, so we have a fair amount of heavy cav for this one here. You can see behind our big gun battery was forming up. I have some Saxon cuirassiers. We have some more here from Braunschweig going to the left. And I think also Rochelle might have brought one as well. It might be another. Yeah, Rochelle's also brought a cuirassier as well. So yeah, we have a fair amount of heavies. We were kind of concerned, obviously, about the sheer amount of heavies that Murat is likely to bring. Murat, I think, has not been seen yet. We can see, obviously, infantry here. And yeah, I think the French will some lighter cav because Murat can't bring that. Bring plenty of dragoons and some cuirassiers if he wants to, which I imagine he's going to. But yes, the French are appearing out of the woodwork and are preparing to march towards our defences. We set up on this hill in front of the 2-pointer because, well, this is by far and away the best position on the map that we can try and hold. And yeah, we've got some vast gun batteries forming up over here. We've got, yeah, horse artillery. We've got also just some regular artillery for both the Prussians and the Saxons here. And yeah, they're preparing just to bombard and make this as awkward as possible for the French. And the French already look like they're set to sort of try and go to the flank and maybe try and get around the hill if they can, which is probably the smartest idea that they can do, really, is try and get around, not go straight at the hill. But yes, so we'll have to keep an eye out as well for, obviously, the major players like Murat, who are probably on their way. But we'll go back to the other side here, because this is sort of where the action sort of gets underway. Bernadotte and Rochelle are dueling it out over here. Rochelle has brought some hussars. I actually don't know if Bernadotte has brought cavalry. He's certainly brought squares, it seems, to stop cavalry charges, but I don't know if he's actually bothered to bring any cav. When I remember like putting together like Bernadotte's sort of corps and looking at this battle when it came to balancing, I was like, I actually don't think Bernadotte can bring a lot. To it's a very expensive corps. But yeah, it looks like the Rochelle here has brought a hussar and also brought a cuirassier as well, which I don't know for this out here whether this is going to be worth it, but we'll see. Lots of line infantry, which is exactly what Prussian needs, and he's also brought a few Jaegers as well, which is always good to sort of screen your line infantry. But yeah, it does seem as though Bernadotte's got no choice but to make an assault against this town here. I mean, Rochelle, I guess, can move out and try and challenge Bernadotte, but he doesn't need to. He could wait here. It does seem like Bernadotte's brought an artillery piece, which I don't think Rochelle has done over here. So that is, I guess, one of the advantage for the French. So they do have the range then. Here we go, cavalry charge coming in. Hussars going in for a side charge. I don't know if these guys have formed square. They do not. And there you go. The Hussars getting in amongst these Frenchies, and they should start to cut these guys down quite nicely. The Prussians here already opening up and doing some pretty significant damage there to that French unit, routing that very nicely. Probably influenced by that other unit being routed by the Hussars. And there you go, the Musketeers really wanted to make sure these guys stay gone. And bayonet charging them. Don't need to really, but I guess to make sure they stay gone, but you don't need to hold fire. Hold fire if you're going to charge your own boys. Don't take casualties unnecessarily. And it looks like, yeah, the cuirassiers here getting fallen back, horseback. I feel like in this one, when it's very open, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of cav in play, just some light cav. I feel like Rochelle just needs like a couple of Hussars, and maybe some like sort of like, I don't know, some chasseurs or like, well, whatever, like their light cav variant, or some like lancers. Just get in behind, and then you can cause all sorts of problems for Bernadotte, really. You don't really need to bring like heavy cuirassiers to try and smash through the enemy's lines. Not like on this side here, where there's going to be a lot more French mass and also other cuirassiers to deal with. This is where cuirassiers are absolutely going to be needed. And already these artillery pieces are getting pounded by the more accurate, more well-drilled French artillerists. I actually also think I managed during the like the setup to actually manage to get some of my horse artillery crew stuck on this bridge. I don't know how I managed this. I was very impressed with the skill there, but yeah, that was a bit of a silly mistake. I don't think it actually affects the artillery crew itself. They're like down, like I think like you can see like one row of horses here, but I still think they can get away because the crew all are here and operating the gun. So it's not really affected too much. Yeah, it looks like Feldjägers and Trilliers or Voltigeurs just dueling here. I think these might be Voltigeurs actually, but yeah, they're just dueling, you know, keeping an eye on each other, just maybe taking out officers and stuff like that, you know, harassing. But yeah, you can see the French are now appearing on the flank over here, and they are getting set up and ready to duel with the Saxons. And to be fair, it's probably the best target you want to go for is the Saxons. They're probably a little bit weaker than the actual Prussians. And here we go, look, Murat has appeared out of nowhere. Don't know why this Hussar decided to charge down on its own, into the unknown, really. Don't know what it's going for, and here we go. Looks like Dragoons coming up the hill, and they're going to be trying to go for these Feldjäger here and the artillery pieces. There's a Dragoon unit here that might be able to save the day. Yeah, that is going to mean that there's artillery pieces stuck here on the hill, but I have got rid of the Dragoons there for the French, and it has revealed where Murat has a fair amount of his Dragoons, at least anyway. There's a good amount just there, and I think they're a varying quality of provisional and also like trained Dragoons, if you go with that. It's like reserves and non-reserves. You can see here that it looks like Rochelle's actually going to be aggressive. He's pushing forward on his left and right flank, the centre sort of staying near the town, which is not a bad idea there. And over on the other side, it seems as though the French are shifting and looking like they're going to be very soon in contact with the Saxons. I actually think the Saxons are already opening up. And those pure white uniforms are going to certainly be getting bloodied and, yes, very dirty in today's battle. Yeah, the French, I mean, the French in this period as well, 1806, battles fought in, historically was a French victory, I should say. Giving you a little bit of a history lesson on it. It was a very much definite French victory. The Saxons and kind of weren't actually at this battle. They were kind of like in the town beyond. But the Prussians who were at this battle, I don't think it was actually any of the sort of the generals mentioned. There's a guy called Tortzien, I think is how you say his name. He was actually in command of the Prussian forces. He was vastly outnumbered. He had 9,000 men to go up against 20,000 French, and yeah, he had to fall back, obviously, on Schleiz, and that was where the Saxons were waiting. So this town battle is actually fought in front of it, but we're going to kind of retreat to it. And the Saxons are here, so it's kind of slightly ahistoric, but they were on their way, and there were some Saxons amongst Teutonians' forces. So it's not like entirely ahistorical. But yes, you can see how this one goes. Obviously, you can see the plan of the French is to try and go as far left as possible, or in their case, as far right as possible, and go, if necessary, all the way to the red line, just to try and get around. And they can see that we don't have enough men to try and stop at the moment. We are shifting troops in that direction. Braunschweig is sending musketeers. We're also going to see some grenadiers going in that direction as well from Braunschweig. And it looks like, yeah, more musketeers, and it looks like some, I mean, these Fusiliers might need to go as well, these Prussian Fusiliers, just to shift everything there. I mean, doing some okay damage to some of these French units as they set up. They are like double lining to try and help with morale. So we'll see if that works. And they just need to be careful with these cavalry units back here. They don't just get shot for free. These Jurassic already lost 4 riders. Same with the Hussars here as well for the Saxons, which are actually Prussian Hussars anyway. And there's another big Jurassic unit there.
I fear your general is in peril, sir.
Braunschweig actually did bring 2 Jurassiers. I wasn't sure. This is the big one that they need to be aware of to the French. Is the 130-man unit. And already 1 French unit breaking there. So nice little win for the Saxons. I was playing this one as the Saxons. I was playing this one just to, you know, I kind of wanted to give like the Saxons a little bit more of a try, and also it's something a little bit different. I often play like, if I play them, I usually play like in these scenarios, I often play a major power or major player. I want to give someone like a bit more of a challenge go. And yeah, certainly it's been challenging as my guys are getting outgunned, and here we go, a charge from the Grenadiers. It wasn't perfectly timed, and also there's a mix of communication of who was going in. And really the Grenadiers should have gone in first, I feel like, just to get these guys into melee, and then the Jurassic should have gone in. It was quite perfectly timed. And they form square anyway, and you can see the Legere now trying to side shot these Grenadiers as they go in. Apparently these Grenadiers are actually better shooting than they are in melee, which I was kind of surprised by. More Grenadiers going in. The Handstein here, they're going to go in against the Legere here. They might be able to give them a go. We'll see. They're going to go in. Bayonets twirling. Their mustard brown trousers to show that they've soiled them, to try and hide the fact that they're probably soiling themselves as they charge against the French. But yeah, we've got more musketeers now setting up. Whether we're going to see a charge from the Crassus, the thing is, most of these French can probably form square. Yeah, the French at this point are just so good. Most of these can form square. Most of them can fire and also melee pretty well. So yeah, Prussia is kind of lost right here as to what to do. You can see another unit here, just forcing back this vast Cuirassier unit here. It's kind of a loss for what we do, and really we need to fall back. Already see the line of where Saxons are giving ground. We need to do this, continue to really do the same. Those Grenadiers, as soon as they arrived, have pretty much been lost almost immediately. So that is a big shame there. We're going to just check out what is going on. Actually, the other side looks like it's still okay for now. I will come back in a moment. So you can see here the Saxons holding their ground. They've lost a few units. More troops being shifted in this direction. The Prussian Fusiliers being shifted over there. And we try and fill this line up, basically just get to the river, like fill it with units. The thing is though, we don't have enough men. We just do not have enough men. And more musketeers are being shifted in this direction. It seems though as though this is all like a feint. There isn't really a lot of French troops here. And it seems like the main hammer blow is coming from this left-hand side here. Getting stuck into a good old line fight. I mean, we could do maybe moving artillery, maybe the horse artillery, or maybe something else, moving that over there, trying to even up the odds a little bit, maybe a little bit, because it still seems as though we're getting outgunned a little bit here. By the Frenchies. Yeah, more Saxons routing here in the center, really struggling. You can see that my Saxons also now trying to use the flank a little bit, maybe to try and hit the French from another angle. And here appears Murat. Murat's Cuirassiers are on the field, and they are moving towards the Saxon lines. And yes, actually, best be afraid of. Look at the amount of Cuirassiers appearing out of the woodwork. This is scary stuff, it really is. Yeah, you can see here, looks like the French are going to go for a charge, a cavalry charge up this hill, and they're going to go for the Saxon line. One of these guys can form square. Why it wasn't on the outside, I do not know. But it was not. And instead, yeah, here you go, you see the French are coming in, and the Saxons better start spraying. because these cuirassiers are going to show no mercy. In they go. And there you go, one Saxon unit gone. This one will probably break as well, just because they're going in. And then these cuirassiers here might need to go in. The guns are probably going to get lost here. The Schutzen is running for their lives. And I'm expecting a French melee attack in a moment, any time now. Really, these infantry just need to keep falling back. Just keep getting out of here. Because, yeah, as soon as these units are going to go all in, a volley hit there. I mean, that was a bit of friendly fire from the French, but it will not matter. And they're going to go into melee, and another cuirassier is now appearing here. And they're just going to go straight on in. And, yeah, the cuirassier is holding up. Holding up the lines. We've got Saxons over here. I guess this one's probably upset because there's units routing around it. This seems like, what's that over there? Hussar that's holding up against some French units here, but yeah, the Saxons need to try and hold on. So they're kind of fighting dragoons. They probably should win that fight. And this dragoon unit over here, I guess, can probably try and recharge the cuirassiers if it wants to. They are going to win this one. There you go. The Saxons win that fight. I don't know if they're going to win the next one, though. See. But yeah, the line is starting to crumble. Infantry and cavalry going in. Some squares have been formed by the Prussians, but not enough. Not enough squares. The problem with this, Prussia and Saxony, they just don't have a lot of squares to use. Relying on your cavalry superiority. And when Murat's on the battlefield, you never have cavalry superiority. Cuirassiers are going in. It's the big 130-man unit. They're kind of charging into the back of their own squares, and I think that's more than what likely broke them there. You see the cuirassiers for the French are withdrawing, but there's so many more. There's so many more cuirassiers. It's just devastating to see. We brought like a lot of cav, we thought, a decent cav as well, and we still have so much cavalry to deal with. The big cuirassier unit here, the Von Kitzau, is probably going to get shot to pieces. It's actually routed, 90 men left. And yeah, the Saxon line has crumbled, which is devastating. Most of Braunschweig is gone as well. It is now really just down to Rukel over on this side, over here. We'll go and check out the other Rukel corps. So they're still in a duel. There's also just cav just sat here. Dragoons von Erwing. These are all Braunschweig troops that have just been kept here. I guess they're just watching the river, maybe? I don't know. I really do not know what they're doing. But they've just been left there. Some Bluchers of Blucher's Hussars as well. And yeah, it looks like France actually on the retreat. On their right, the Saxon left on this this smaller front, and yeah, the Saxon right is also forcing back the French here, it seems, as well. But yes, it's not looking too good. Cuirassiers here are looking for a chance to, I guess, go in, maybe snatch a quick charge. If they can catch these French as they retreat, they've got a good chance. I mean, Prussians keep moving forward. I mean, they could maybe get rushed for these guns. It looks like they maybe already had a go for these guns. With the Prussians here and lost out. Looks like that's where the Hussar unit went. The General Bernadotte is still alive here, just to keep an eye on him. But yeah, not looking good for the Prussians so far. Really is not looking good. Poor start. And the Prussians and the Saxons are already down pretty much with one army. I think all I got out really from my army is some Chevaliers and my general, I think, is pretty sure I got out. Maybe a bit of infantry. And I can hear a charge going in. There you go. The Prussians actually did go in for a charge. I feel like this is not their interest. I really like. I mean, but they have managed to beat the French here in a melee charge. Impressive. And that will affect the other ones around them. Might route this one here. I mean, if they bring this musketeer forward and charge into the side, there you go. Didn't even need to do it. They did it with this other unit, the 30th. And there you go. They can mop up those guys. Maybe the cuirassiers can go in here and help route this one. The grenadiers is going to be a bit tough to get rid of. It's fighting a fusilier though, and there you go. They managed to route that as a grenadier unit wrapped up as well. And now they can go in for the skirms if they want to. Bernadotte's here. He's up for the taking. I mean, if the cuirassiers could get him, that'd be great. But I don't think they will. It's a heavy cav. It's unlikely they'll catch him. And here you go. The French are going in for a charge on this centre front here. He's volleyed the last second there from the Prussians. Managed to route those. Looks like they'll route those Frenchies. Maybe. when they're back charging their own troops out of the French, that's probably going to do some damage to them. There you go, yeah. Well, that might be the case. And there you go, I think Bernadotte has been caught, actually. He did get caught by the cuirassiers. I think, I don't know what he was doing, moving towards them. But yeah, that is Bernadotte now gone. Fallen. And the French, I think, at the wrong time lost their general when they were going for the center charge here, and that's caused them to break. So maybe the Prussians, you know, can recover on this right flank here. Murat and his armies over there need to just continue on to 4. It's a private battle between Bernadotte and this Ruckel corps here on who holds this point. Obviously, Ruckel might need to fall back to the 4 point. He is allowed to. He might need to just do a recall back to there because he's got probably the most intact corps. I think all they lost was a hussar as his Prussian force here. I mean, his cuirassiers farming kills right now. And I don't blame him. Making sure these guys don't stay gone pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much this flank over here done with. I mean, this French in here looks like it's running. With the dust being kicked, it looks like it's running anyway. It might not be. I don't know why it's bothering to go forwards. The Prussians are waiting, and there's more of them than that singular French unit. I don't think they're going to break through, especially with no general. Maybe they're trying to save these few retreat guys. Like, come on, guys, we'll cover your retreat. Very redlining because of friendly's routing. And there you go. They're going to go in. It seems like a throwaway charge there from the French. There you go. Immediately broken. That seems really, really strange from the Bernadotte player there, but there you go. Ruckel on this side over here is also facing a lot of pressure. He is under a lot of strain as he tries to retreat his troops here. These guys can form square, so they might need to do that. But yeah, these musketeers are for the taking, as are actually these grenadiers are fine. They can just form square. There's a lot of cuirassiers though chasing them down, farming my poor Saxons. I just like to say, these poor Saxons. Look at this trail of Saxons and Prussians as they retreat back to the 4-pointer. I think, yeah, this Brunswick unit has to re-rally cuirassier. We've got some hussars still alive, some chevaliers, and some hussars. Another hussar here and dragoons. But yeah, no heavy cav at the moment. That's going to be a problem to deal with all these cuirassiers that we've still got to deal with. There are so many of them. Like, look at this. This is a full unit just waiting back here. There's multiple cuirassier units over here that are chasing down the Saxons and the Prussians. The real problem. Ruckel needs to just try and get his men out of it. Don't stand his ground. I mean, the 2 points obviously is something they want to try and hold on to, but they can't really. They're going to have to just abandon it. Can't waste men trying to defend a point that we cannot hold. We're going to try and get back to the 4-pointer. That is our mission. Over here looks like... yeah, there's still a little duel going on. Looks like a unit re-rallied. It might be the Grenadiers, I think. It looks like a Grenadier. I think it is. And it's fighting against the Fusiliers. In a line fight, they should be fine, the Fusiliers, I would have thought. But yeah, it looks like this is all mopped up over here. So the Ruckel Corps now needs to just get back towards the 4-pointer. All they have to do is cross this river and then get over here to this 4-pointer. Not too much to ask, you know, just a very long march. Yeah, the von Quitzau has re-rallied, which is good. They're going to need that heavy cav, even if it is 75, a 75-man unit. It's going to be useful. It just needs time to rest up, re-rally a little bit, and then it can probably go in. But whether it can deal with all those cuirassiers on its own, I really strongly doubt it. It's unlikely. There you go. Looks like the Prussians are going to get out of here alive. Looks like the French can't catch them. Even the French are faster moving. There you go. They just officially captured the 4-pointer. Have the Prussians.
This building has fallen to the enemy,
which is good. But it looks like again, I mean, they're really just like farming everything. I mean, are they just trying to make sure this cuirassier is gone? I mean, it is 18-man. I don't think it's coming back. Yeah, we've got like chasseurs. They're just farming my Saxons. Making sure not a single unit returns. Which at this point, yeah, I think all I'm down to is just cav. Cav, and that's it. But yeah, it looks like the Prussians are setting up sort of a line over here. The guns, we've got some 12-pounders here. They're setting up. Brunswick's managed to get these guys back. And they are getting ready. I guess they're going to try and pound maybe some of these cuirassiers that are forming up in front of them. You can't miss them. It's a nice plain as well. You know, no sort of hills in the way. Nice line of sight. They can start blasting. Hopefully some of these guys can fall square around this. That Fusilier can. I was going to say, you're going to need some squarables near this artillery piece, but maybe not. We've got some Saxon and Weimar Jaegers here. Pappenheim regiment. Pappenheim's definitely an archaic term to use. These pike and shot period. It looks like these Jaegers are going to get caught here. Sadly, the French managed to catch them. They should have just kept retreating. Why they didn't, I do not know. But that's going to allow these other units here going to catch them. And Ruckel's not far away. Look at this. I feel like Ruckel did not need this to happen. There you go. Now the Dragoons are going to get stuck into this. And they didn't even get a charge off. Ruckel is getting out of here. Why this other unit hasn't got out of it? This is a Grenadier unit as well. Get this back. There you go. For some reason, oh, and the French decided to back out and then go back in again. And the Grenadiers, yeah, just don't do anything. They don't react. Hussars going in. They're going to try and slow down this French advance. The French seemingly can't form square. Good stuff. Keep it like that, boys. Hack and slash these Frenchies down. And the Dragoons have got out of there. They pulled out of that combat. The French have not lost a single unit. And all that. The Hussars lost as well. And the Prussians lost more. They lost more Grenadiers. They lost Jaegers. Looks like we can see a charge here from the French and counter-charge. Chasseurs going in after the guns. So they probably will get these. It doesn't look like there's anything trying to defend them. Oh, good volley from the guns there. The last minute. They blast loaded those riders. But it doesn't look like it's going to make a difference. The guns are going to be lost. And the Chasseurs are going to get out of there. I think they're going to just go through. It's not a bad idea. Just go through the enemy lines. Get in behind. And here we go. A big cav fight getting underway over here. As well as Chevaliers have helped rout some of the cuirassiers. Big win there. Another cuirassier fight going in over here. Up against a lot of lighter cav. Cuirassiers just going to munch these guys up for breakfast, really. Yeah, a lot of cav was actually lost there by the French. They went in against a bunch of squares, and a Dragoon unit here supporting actually managed to help them out. The Prussian cuirassier was lost in that fight. I'm still trying to get my general out of here. Hans is running for his life. Then my cavalry still a good nick here. Needs to just stay away from the cuirassiers if it can. I mean, if we and here we go, another charge coming in, trying to deal with the other gun, another 12-pounder here. Being silenced again by another chasseur. The reactions right now from the Prussians, I mean, the cav is just stretched elsewhere. Good charge here from the Dragoon Irving. Can it get this Dragoon, maybe? Sorry, this cuirassier unit here. With the Chevaliers coming in from the other side, they are very tired, but you might be able to get a decent charge up here. We'll see. Maybe not. I mean, these guys re-rallied. They went from red morale to green. Insane. Again, the Dragoons over here just trying to keep these chasseurs at bay. The French again going into melee. They are getting side-shotted by other musketeers. The Prussians are kind of standing. I don't know how much the French have left, but if this is it for infantry, they haven't got a lot left. Neither the Prussians, though. It looks like the French going to win with their whatever this is. I think is a cuirassier. Yeah, they've managed to rout the Dragoons there, and you can see the Chevaliers are losing slightly here against the cuirassiers. So I imagine the Saxons will get pushed back here and routed. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm trying to rally these troops as much as possible with my general, give myself the best chance possible. But it looks like the Prussians over here are going to hold for now. Do some side shots into this Laguerre. Help the Fusiliers out, boys. Help them out. Looks like another melee charge is on the way here, and these look like Grenadiers. They are Grenadiers. They're going in against, well, Musketeers. Definitely non-Grenadiers. There's good volley there from the French, wavering these Musketeers just before the Grenadiers arrive. They've kind of gone, but they've re-rallied a little bit. Let's see how that goes. The French again wavering here. Another volley. I mean, the French, yeah, certainly wavering in a few areas themselves. The Prussians are not looking great here. And look at this flank now from the Prussians. They can just try and envelop these French units here. If they can just hold a little longer, push with these units here, and just really just try and side charge them maybe. maybe a good idea. We've got the Dragoons here charging. French squares are formed to scare them off. I mean, really, yeah, the Prussians need to wrap on around, try and sideshot these grenadiers a bit better. Help out this line. Oh, maybe they're just going to hold fire and then shoot them now. But, yeah, they need to try and maybe just try and be aggressive here a little bit if they can. The French kind of on their left, doing a lot of damage to the Prussians as well. Might wrap up this unit here, and they're going to have to just make this a new line.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
The building has been taken. Oh, it's the two-pointer over here. So, yeah, Rukel has fallen back with his Prussians. There's a lot of Prussians left that are falling back here, and they are going back. So, yeah, so Bernadotte's been allowed to take it. It's only a minor objective, and really, Rukel's done his job. He's annihilated that corps, and he's now retreating. Something also to note in the back lines here is 2 cuirassier units that have rallied. Well, I think they won their fights. They didn't even need to rally. I think they just won their battles. And they're now in the back lines. So Prussia's got to keep an eye on this threat now. There's also I think it's a chasseur? Yeah, chasseur here that's just waiting for an opportunity. The Prussians have 1 dragoon left in this force. I think maybe the other Prussian force has a dragoon. Maybe not. No, maybe not. I think there is another dragoon, though. Listed around somewhere that might make an appearance. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we had 2 cavalry units even by this point. It still doesn't really matter. The Prussians have managed to throw back the French infantry here. I think this is all the French have for infantry. Some of their boys may re-rally. That is for sure probably going to happen. But yeah, the French do not have a lot left when it comes to infantry either. There's about 4 or 5 units of Bernadottes, I think, left as well. So Rukel's got more than enough here to match off against them and probably give some more troops to Braunschweig and the other Rukel corps here. The problem is going to be Cav. The Cuirassiers can probably, if they just rest up, absolutely just sucker punch these non-squareable Prussians and just finish the game themselves. But they're going to need at least 1 infantry unit of the French to storm that building, because that's one thing at least the Cuirassiers can't do, is at least climb stairs. But yeah, apart from that, it's very much in the balance. It's looking very close. I mean, the Prussians think have more infantry, or less cavalry, and no heavies. The French look like they have less infantry. I mean, it's hard to say with fog of war, but looks like less, especially when this other Rukel corps arrives. But they have more cav. So that is going to be very, very interesting. And they have guns, which I think Prussia is now without. I think both those charges by these chasseurs got rid of all the 12-pounders, while the French have got guns. I don't know if you just saw the plumes of smoke, but they are up here on this hill, the hill that the Prussians lost. Prussians and Saxons, they've mounted up their guns up there, which is no surprise. It's one of the best spots overviewing the whole field of battle. And yeah, they're now up there, and they're just pounding on the Prussians. Yeah, they really need to retreat. Just get back around the 4 point, and you'll be okay. But I'm going to make a quick cut here, because this is where there's quite a lot of downtime. These French cuirassiers and cavalry pretty much just going to negotiate themselves all the way around the back of this house, and then up this hill, and then back around to French lines, and reintegrate with the French infantry that's re-rallying and just regrouping. And Rukel, as you can see, is arriving now. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a moment once the battle really commences. Okay, we are back. I kind of forgot about this little engagement, but the Prussians actually did manage to catch some of the French troops that came across the river here, you can see. They actually managed to get these guys in a bit of a cav charge here, managed to hit them with, hit these Voltigeurs, and then get this line infantry unit here. And you can see the Prussians are trying to catch them. I mean, really, it's just line fight them. They could easily just outgun them with the extra units, and also they just have the morale, and then just let this Dragoon get in behind, which is really what it should do. It should try and sweep in here and just charge into any of these units and just break them, just finish them for good. But I mean, really, also this unit, this force here is just a token force of French. It's not going to make too much difference in the grand scheme of things. It's going to be decided over on that far side here. But yeah, that was another little bit that kind of happened. I guess we'll just kind of stay and see if anything else happens. I can't remember if the French get caught or if the Dragoons even go in. Looks like they're going to wait until they get into the river, which I think you can't form square. But we'll see. I don't think you can form square in the river, which is possibly what the Dragoons are waiting for. They're tired already, though, so they need to be You're going to have to make decisions now or never. Here they go. I think that, well, that one, the orange lined. And, yeah. French definitely formed up. The French formed up and were able to get a volley off. They didn't rout that unit, surprisingly, which formed square, but I think just got shot by volleys of infantry fire. But yeah, that's a very precious dragoon that's lost there for the Prussians. I think it was it's re-rallied because there is another. I think there is another cav unit over here. Maybe not. Was that the last one? I think. Oh no, it's over here. Yeah, Dragoon Irving. There's at least one more, but it's getting battered by artillery by the looks of it. And the French are on their way down the road. Here they come. They are on their way. They're beating their drums and shouting very loud war cries. I don't know what they do. Probably shouting, "Vive l'Empereur! Vive l'Empereur!" But yeah, they are on their way, and the Prussians are getting ready to fight for their Kaiser. Moving in silent march. No words to be spoken. And there you go, the Cavs got routed by artillery. It's such a waste. Such a waste. In like 2 minutes there, we've gone from having like 2 units of cavalry to having no units of cavalry. And the French still have their cuirassiers at this point. You can see, yeah, the Prussians are just going to set up on this side of the river. They're just going to shoot any French that dare come across. And the French, I think, are aware of this and going to probably just try and go up the river and probably round and probably try and cross elsewhere. Because you can just cross this river anywhere. Not a very good river if you can cross it just about anywhere. It's just a big ford. But yeah, it looks like the Prussians are getting ready. I mean, they've got this massive line here. They should just shorten this and have more troops around the house, because the French are coming, as you can see. They're coming up the road and they're going left of the house from this perspective, or right from the French perspective. They're just going to ignore all these extra Prussian troops out here and just take the actual farmhouse. That's all they'll do. The Fusilier waiting here, but that's it. There's nothing else. Also looks like artillery has been moved up. They're wheeling it up to like point-blank range. I think they are trying to pound the house. Well, they're going to start pounding the house anyway from point-blank range. Try and clear the Prussians out of it, which is not a bad idea. But yeah, we're going to go back to fast-forwarding. And I might make another cut in a moment. We'll see whether the French do anything. I can't really remember if they do. So yeah, I think I'm just going to make a quick cut here. And I'll see you guys once the action recommences once again. Okay, and we are back, and yeah, the Prussians are finally forming up to the left of the house here, and they are, yeah, getting ready to challenge the French, who are very close to the house. I feel like we should have defended in front of the house or something like that. We shouldn't have allowed them to come through, like this close, but they've now got access into the building, and it's actually looks like infantry still trying to get inside here, but yeah, the French are about to go in. They probably have the melee capability to... Ooh, I don't know with that unit there. That's a beautiful volley and routing a French unit here. That's going to help with the unit that is going in. It's a Grenadier unit, so if they do take it, it's going to be tough. Oh, the officer there dying outside the building. Oh no, he's still alive. He goes on. Oh, he dies the second time. And yeah, he died defending that building. RIP to him. And here go the cuirassiers coming in. Looks like squares were formed by the Fusiliers. Nice. Strange square, that's for sure, but it's a square nonetheless. And yeah, this left flank over here for the Prussians now kind of threatening the French right, and the Prussian right also kind of swinging in a little bit. These units here might want to try and contend with the French units over there. And also you can see the French and the Prussians are battling for this graveyard. What an apt place to be fighting. When they are shooting the back of their own troops, so you just appear to be careful of that. And yeah, it looks like they're getting outgunned. Are the Prussians there. Those are the Bernadotte troops that managed to get across the river. And the cuirassiers go in once again. And the fighting continues. I don't know why we have silent muskets now, but we do. Some of the French infantry are routing. And he now needs to turn and start shooting into the side of these cuirassiers. They're already routed by the looks of it. Being blasted here by the Jaegers from Saxony and Weimar. They're going in. I think the general is going to come back.
This building has fallen.
The building has fallen. The French are occupied. The Prussians are still trying to blast units outside. So now the French have control of the four-pointer. If the battle was to end now, it is going to be a French victory. They hold the objective. But if the Prussians can take it back, then they will win. Obviously, you could also just wipe each other off the face of the earth, and that will be a win. But I think it's going to be coming down to an LOC and who is winning this one. There you go. Yeah, Laguerre, they're overextending, getting shot up by the Fusiliers. They need to get troops into the building. A general has fallen. I think that is Murat getting killed, actually. I think he retreated through those Prussian lines, getting shot. They need to take out this general as well. I don't know whose general he is, but if he's got any French troops left on the field, we could do with getting rid of some more morale for the French. These troops over here just getting blitzed. I think that's by artillery and also by musket fire. They're just getting absolutely annihilated. And it's a shame to see. Ruppel here could do with getting close to the building, rallying the Prussians if he can. You can see here this musketeer unit is getting back. I think this is all that remains from the flank over here. We've got some more of the Prussians re-rallying. Get them back in the field. We've got to retake the 4-pointer. There are no grenadiers left though for the Prussians. It's going to be a Fusilier or whatever the best musketeer is that can melee that's going in. I imagine it's Fusilier might be going in first. Yeah, in it goes. Pretty nasty volley onto the Fusiliers though. They're fighting outside the building to start with, which might not be in favour for the French. I don't think they probably want to be getting the guys inside. It's unfortunate. Come on, Prussia, get inside. You've been on this back end of this fight for a long, long time. And I think they're going in now. Looks like the French, like the final French troops going in. In you go, boys. Just keep storming the building. I mean, the French still have now getting a lot of troops entrenched around the building, trying to give some covering fire to any sort of other units that are trying to come close to it. The Prussians hold this side of the road, but that's got artillery trained on it. So I mean, yeah, the Prussians here can just get chewed up by this artillery piece. Whether a general or something could maybe, like Ruppel or someone like that, could just charge the gun, maybe try and get rid of it. I don't know if it's worth a go. Oh no, we do have a grenadier with the Hallman here. Get them inside, boys. Why are they not in there? These guys would have been perfect for the storm of the building. Why were they not sent in? And as you can see here, the Grenadiers battling away, doing their bit. Musketeers here trying to flank on around. Musketeers. I mean, they need to be careful. They're going to get charged by the French. Oh, they might get caught out. And a decent charge. Whether these generals will charge in or whether more of the French are going to charge in. There's a bit of a mess now over around the town, I think. And the Grenadiers, I think, are trying to get charge the unit outside, I think, maybe. I'm not really sure. They didn't get a good charge off. And they're stuck around this building. They're getting shot by friendlies as well. They need to be careful of that. Been a lot of friendly fire in this game. A lot of friendly fire by both sides. Prussians are out here. That's probably going to upset these Grenadiers. Who really should have been charged into that building, I think, first. The Prussians have, I think, the numbers, but they're just not getting them in quickly enough to overwhelm the French. Like, they have just more line infantry than the French can deal with. They just need to get it up and actually get it, like, get around the French units, double team them. It's just not enough. They can't do it quickly enough. Looks like we're going to see a general charge here. Ruppel charging head on to the gun. At least just go wide of the gun. Make it a little bit more difficult. Make the gun turn. And there he goes. He's routing. Hopefully that guy had no army left. I don't know. The musketeers holding on here, pinning them down, pinning the French down, allowing this other musketeer unit here to shoot into the side. But it's probably hurting friend and foe. And in fact, it was the friend that broke first. The French hold on just for now. They might get routed themselves. We'll see. But it is literally nothing left. This is all that is left. I mean, the French have one unit inside the building, another one coming to it. Looks like we have another infantry unit here for the French, battling with some Fusiliers. But that is it. That is it for the French. They have 3 infantry units, 2 generals, 1 artillery piece. I think there might be another one way off on the hill over there. You can see a flash going past. But yeah, 3 infantry units left that can hold this building. 2 infantry units left that can hold this building. But the Prussians are mass routing. The Prussians are mass routing. It looks like the Battle of Schleiz is going to be a French victory once again, unless these units here can make a difference. We'll see there's 3 minutes left. Can they do it? We'll fast forward a little bit and let these, while these Prussians move forward. Looks like Ruppel is trying to just stay alive. And I don't know if he matches, if this is the same Ruppel that goes with this army here. Hopefully it is. And they can send him, they can keep those guys alive. It looks like some of the musketeers and the Fusiliers over here are re-rallying as well for Braunschweig. That's great stuff. They're going to need them. I don't know if Braunschweig routed at some point. He must have. But yeah, it looks like... Oh, and the building lost there. And I think that's Ruppel. They're breaking. No. A brilliant shot by the artillery there, breaking that house, collapsing it onto the general there. And then you can see here, yeah, musketeers. Now we're going to have to march forward. And I mean, there's a minute and a half left. It's going to come down to, can this victory be won by the 29th Musketeers here of Prussia? They've gone on in. I can't remember what's in there for the French. I think the Grenadier might still be in there. I'm not sure. I think it is. Yeah, I can see some guys with bearskins there. So I think they are still in the building. We'll see whether they can do it. The French generals could do it just being killed. I don't know why no one has tried to shoot them. They're getting quite close. Just shoot them with your musketeers. You might be able to kill one. You never know. Could be sod's law. You hit the first one you hit is the general himself. And that might help break these Frenchmen inside, or at least even up the morale stakes. But yeah, you can see all these units just routing because the units, like, they're still bypassing other units that are routing, and that, I think, is going to be a defeat for the Prussians. It's going to be a super, super close fight, but that is in fact a victory just about for the Prussians. What a game! What a game! A close run thing, that is for sure, but a defeat nonetheless there for the Prussians and a victory for the French. I will quickly. Hopefully I put up the the army stats for you to have a look at. You can see all the end results. I was playing as the Saxons in this one. I was kind of blown away by the French cavalry charge. You can see how everyone else did. I think the cuirassiers did very well. Certainly the Murat army that Johnny was playing did very, very well. And yeah, most of the other players did excellent as well for the French and the Prussians. We'll have a quick look at some of the kills. Yeah, I got like 88 kills of musketeers, more musketeers, 79 kills. My chevalier is 75. But yeah, nothing massive for my kills there. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Schleiz. History has not been changed. France has won, but by the skin of its teeth today. A heavy loss was taken to take the town of Schleiz. But yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that shenanigans. Feel free to join the Discord to get involved in some of these stream battles, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.